are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Banff Springs in Alberta, Canada, live third-round coverage of the Alberta Open. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Novello is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. This up the right side off the tee. And that a wonderful tee shot. It's in the fairway here to get this Saturday started. This is why you practice these shots from under 100 yards. You've bombed your drive. Now it's time for the touch shot. Zip one in there close. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Frank, it's always nice to begin a round with a little variety. We had a relatively short par 4 opening hole and now a par 3 to back it up.
You can see why short iron play is going to be paramount today, Rich. Short iron into the first hole and a chance here to hit another short iron into a short par 3. So you can get off to a very fast start.
Oh, that's a good-looking shot just left of the flagstick, and he'll have that left for his birdie. This from 7 feet. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. And that means he'll get it to 22 under par. Frank, how about the first par 5 on the golf course here at the third, just a shade under 530 yards. Good birdie opportunity?
It certainly is. There's 3 bunkers just down that left side. Avoid those, and this par 5, very reachable.
just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Now a big spot here for something good. This is a short second to the par 5. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. This one just about straight at it for eagle. That would have been a good one to convert on. Instead, that'll be left for birdie. A straightforward look here for birdie. Nicely done. Things looking good early. That's birdies at 2 and 3. And he's going to move to 23 under par. Well, Frank, no doubt this is one of the most photographed holes in all of golf.
Yeah, Devil's Cauldron. Just get to the front of the tee there. Get the camera out. The vistas there are amazing. You see the mountains in the background. This green surrounded by the pine trees. Of course, if you like a lake or two, there's a lake just in front of that green. Just to give you that little color of blue in the snapshot you're going to take.
Like to look at them, not swim in them. Certainly not fish golf balls out. Okay, not taking any chances there. A good, safe play in the middle portion of the green. This will be a 14-foot putt here. You betcha, what a roll there. That is in for a birdie. That's going to move him to 24 under par. Back on the tee here at Banff Springs, 5th hole, 424-yard par 4. What's the setup here, Frank?
Well, it's very tempting to try and hit a draw because that's the way in which the hole is shaped. But the main goal is to make sure that you can take that second bunker, the one on the left side, out of play with that tee shot.
Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. Just 90 yards remaining here for his second into the par 4.
It's a good shot, but does leave that little uphill putt, so that one will be slow.
Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
And he is in an ideal spot, just below the hole. I don't see any movement at all.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he's got it to 25 under par now. Now at the 6th hole here at Banff Springs, it's a short par 4, only 373 yards. And the short par 4, Frank, all the rage in golf course architecture these days.
A lot more strategy involved when you've got a hole that you can nearly reach with a tee shot. It's how far back do you leave, at what sort of distance you want that second shot. All those things to compute. Straightforward, a little bit uphill. Basically, it's what you want for your second shot.
Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway. The big drive got him here, now a short one for his second. Nothing wrong with that. Inside of 5 feet. Nicely done. He's been automatic on this front side. This for birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. And with that, his score moves to 26 under par. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. You know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards if you belt one off the tee. Well, you might avoid the bad luck.
Tell you what, the game's just coming easy right about now. 5 straight birdies on the card and another beautiful tee shot here.
I dare say a touch too aggressive. Trying to fly it all the way and expect it to hold. He is very ambitious. Look what's happened.
So he'll dig in here as he readies his third to this par 5. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Now this for another birdie. No, that's going to miss right, and a good opportunity goes by the wayside. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
A very sensible play there, right in the middle of the green. A long one coming up here for birdie. Hang on. That's going to leave about 3 feet. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Just love the variety here on the front side, Frank, coming off that short par 3 8th. Now we go to another par 5 to round out the side, 501 yards.
And the third par 5, interesting front 9 here. 3 par 5s, 3 par 3s and 3 par 4s. This one not the longest par 5, but still reachable. This one you have to be a little bit careful though. This is probably the toughest driving hole on the front 9 with regard to par 5s.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Definitely within range of getting home in two. This, his second. Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. Well, that one had to feel good.
Well, it struck it so well, you could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Oh, yeah. That's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Frank, we begin this back 9 with a real test. It's a 218-yard par 3.
And it's very easy to get lulled into the shape of that lake there on the right side and try and hit a cut in here. But that cut's going to work against the natural shape of the hole. If anything, a nice high draw.
That one safely on the putting surface. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Yeah, this has got a good chance because we're going slightly up a hill with just a little bit of break. Makeable.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And he's going to stay 28 under par. Now to the 11th hole. It's a par 4, 417 yards. Frank, what's the key here?
A nice little draw down that left side would be the ideal tee shot. The carry on the two little bunkers down the left side really isn't overly long, but that's the desired entry into this green.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Little bit of an awkward distance for this, his second. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. This would be a big bonus if it went in, more than likely just trying to get this one close. Yeah, that's a pretty good putt, just a little bit off the mark. So that brushed in for par here at 11, and he'll stay right where he is. Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker. Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
He needs to be mindful of the breeze here as he sets for his second.
It might have been perhaps a little conservative, but right in the heart of the green.
Chance now for another birdie. Oh, yes, plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he'll get that score to -29. 13th hole, par 3, 225 yards and heavily bunkered around that green, Frank.
It is, but that green gets narrower as the hole gets longer. Nothing wrong with hitting the ball sort of the middle part of the green here.
That was obviously well struck, but it came in a little too hot, and that one's going to run out and leave him a much longer birdie putt than he would have hoped for. Will that stop? Yes, that was not easy down the slope, but that's pretty well done. Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And he'll stay at 29 under. On to the 14th hole now. It's a par 4, 442 yards. And what's the right way to attack here, Frank?
Two choices. Try and squeeze it down the right side, just short of those big bunkers on that right. Either that or carry the bunker complex on the left. A little awkward.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Kane cut back left here today as he stares down his second to the par 4.
And that ball looked very good in the air. Just doesn't quite finish up that near to the flag, but still on the green.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll remain right where he is. Now to the 15th tee, and Frank, this looks like a fun shot to hit.
It won't play its full yardage because of that elevated tee, but a good one out here. We might see one of those 350, 360 plus yard drives. Really starting to make a hard game look easy. Drive after drive has been superb. And this one, well, as we like to say, is in the mayor's office.
So, Iona, this his second from the fairway.
136 is the number. The pin up front in the right-hand corner of the green.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one. Job was made harder by the second shot coming up short, but excellent use of the flop shot and a chance to escape with a par.
Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and he'll stay right where he is. Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4 is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and, well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly hit.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. This game not just about length, it's about putting the ball in the right position, and that's what he's done. Really a good opportunity to make a birdie. Let's see what he can do from 87 yards, second shot.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16, and he'll remain right where he is. Now to the 17th, 374 yards, and Frank, players might be licking their chops here.
They certainly would, Reg. Bunkers left and right, but they can be carried with an aggressive tee shot. And it'll set up just a short iron into a green that pitches towards you. So maybe just a little bit underneath the flag with a second shot. Really a chance to have a fast finish. Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
So after a big drive, just a little chip remaining here for his second from short of the green. Now this for another birdie. Oh, finishing strong. That's in for birdie here at 17. And he's going to move to 30 under par. Here we are at the 18th at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5. Frank, did you like to finish a round with a par 5?
Certainly if I could birdie it, that's for sure. And there's a good chance here at 18 you can, but there's bunkers galore. They're all in play for various standards of play. But the reward is if you can pump one down the middle of the fairway there, and then you reduce this par 5 to simply a drive and an iron.
Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Oh, what a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. That may be a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Okay, birdie at the last. It is a birdie finish. And this will be, ready for this, a third round score of 61. You can't play much better than that. Well, Frank, I really enjoyed this. The golf was outstanding, but the scenery was breathtaking.
Canada's just a beautiful part of the world to be enjoyed, to be savoured, really. And on a golf course, unlike a lot of the ones we see today, not overly long, very playable, enjoyable, and a golf course certainly that's going to give you a good score if you play well.